Once again, for Husky Sports Friday, I'm John Peterson reporting. Here I'm alongside the reigning NSIC Wrestling Coach of the Year, Steve Costanzo. And this week we'll be talking about the wall ceremony that will be going on this weekend here on the St. Cloud State campus in Hallenbeck Hall. And Coach, we are honoring two wrestlers that recently graduated from St. Cloud State University. They are Derek Scala, the defending national champion and four-time All-American for the St. Cloud State wrestling team, Tad Merritt. How have these two kids positively affected the program throughout the years?
Well, both of these guys have been in the lineup since their freshman year, so they've kind of been the face of our program since their arrival here. And, they've been leaders, they've been team captains, very dependable individuals, kind of kids you can just count on for anything. That's just kind of how their careers were summed up.
Starting with their careers, what have you seen throughout their careers that you see in some of the wrestlers that you have now? I mean, coming out of high school, you're thinking right away, college wrestling is probably going to be a lot bigger than I've seen before, but when you see these wrestlers blossom throughout the program, you can see a lot of them grow and grow in maturity.
Well, yeah, exactly. I think, when you look at some of the young kids that we have right now on our team, I think we have somewhere about 18 new freshmen on our team this year, and I can see some similarities from some of our new kids compared to like a Tad and Derek when they came in. Some of those similarities include like the competitive stature of individuals. I see obviously some wrestling potential out of all of them, but just the way they're so competitive, not just competitive in the wrestling room, but competitive when we're doing conditioning and so forth. They always want to be in front of the pack. They always want to be the leader of the pack. And I think that speaks volumes about those individuals, that they want to be the best in everything they do, not just in wrestling.
Talking about Derek Scala and Tad Merritt, they are graduated now. Well, what type of leadership did they have with the team through their 4 years, and what do you think these younger wrestlers have taken from that type of leadership that Tad and Derek had?
Well, Tad and Derek were really quiet leaders. They weren't very vocal a lot of times in the things that they had on their mind or anything like that. Not until they got a little bit older in their careers. But these guys led by example, and I think that's what made them so special. So they didn't just talk the talk, but they walked the walk. So and they did that in their earlier stages. They came in out of high school, obviously with a lot of potential, both state champions in the state of Minnesota. But they came in here and just, again, very competitive in everything that they did. Wanted to be the best in everything that they did. They were very coachable. And one thing about these guys that I'll say is they were always willing to learn more. So they had a lot of talent, they had a lot of knowledge, but they always wanted to know, how can I be better? And I think that's been a great example for a lot of our younger kids to follow, as how they were with being leaders on and off the mat, and just the fact of being coachable and not thinking that you know everything, and willing to always get better in any way possible.
Now, this wall ceremony is not the first time you have had this ceremony. Scala and Merritt are in great company with another national champion that wrestled for the Huskies. Explain to us who Tad and Derek will be joining on the wall.
Well, right now we have several individuals on our wall in our wrestling room. These are all of the national champions that have wrestled for St. Cloud State over the years. I think our first national champion was in 1958. From there, last year we crowned a national champion in Division II, only our second Division II national champion. That was John Sundgren. And before that, our last national champion before him was Gene Hanneman in 1995. So I've been here 6 years, or this is my 7th year now, and I just wanted to honor these guys that have put so much into their careers, not just winning a national championship, but of course Tad Merritt didn't win a national championship, but he's a 4-time All-American, and he'd been there every year for us and so forth. So I just want to honor those kids that have made so many sacrifices and commitments to our program over the years, and that's what we're doing with the wall ceremony.
And for those of you listening that do not know what an All-American is, you top 8 place. You place 8 in your weight class in the nation. So Tad Merritt 4 times was in the top 8 of all 4 years, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. And that's one thing that you can never put your head down about, even though he was not a national champion. Being a 4-time All-American is not heard of very much. So congratulations to Derek Scala and Tad Merritt. We will be honoring them this Saturday at 2 p.m. at Hallenbeck Hall, and they will be joining John Sundgren on the wall for the St. Cloud State Huskies in their Division II tenure. For John Peterson, KVSC Sports, this is me signing off.